Okay, lesson number 3. We're going to do forward parking. This was something I actually enjoyed the least of all the parking maneuvers of teaching. And I can only, I don't actually remember any kind of exact steps, kind of like the reverse parking. So I'll just demonstrate it, and I'll just talk about some of the pitfalls and some of the things that happen, just so you're aware. So the first thing, and probably the easiest forward park, is you're approaching. It's actually going to be when you're parking to the right. So that's the easiest because you've got loads of room here, right? So as you're approaching, the key thing to be mindful of is what's happening with this front left tire as you're coming in. So what's happening with the front left tire as you're turning to the right? The mistake, I guess the most common thing is people don't give themselves enough room, and they're really, really worried about going too far over this line. So they stay tight to this corner here, and then they end up really close to that line. So a little trick, and this is something I do when I do forward parking, is as you're coming, you want to have this front left tire crossing over that line and then pulling into the bay. Okay? Because it's not about what's happening with the front tires, it's about what's happening with the back tires. So as you're coming in, you start to turn into the bay, and you just want that front tire crossing over the left line. So left tires crossing over the left line, and that gives your back tires enough room to get in the bay. That's about it. Adjust as needed. If you find you're too close here, open your door, have a look where the line is. If you're too close, start to reverse back out, get those back tires further across, straighten up, and go back into the bay. So that's forward parking to the right. When we want to forward park to the left, that's what we were going over this morning. That, in my opinion, is one of the more difficult parking maneuvers. So the trouble people typically make is they don't give themselves enough room, and they think, oh yeah, I'll just turn in there like that. Should be straightforward enough. And it's just too tight to get in there. So as we're approaching, what you want to do, and maybe I'll just move this down just a little. As you're approaching, you want to be indicating to the left to say, I'm coming into this bay. However, you want to be checking your blind spot to the right to make sure there's no one here, because what we're going to do is actually turn out over onto the other side of the road, giving yourself enough space to swing in. And then we want that right tire crossing over the right line. That's given our back tires enough room to get in. And then we swing the front of the car back in again. And that's about it. That's your key. Takes practice. So I'll just show you that forward left parking maneuver again. As you're coming up, you're signaling left to say, I'm coming into this bay. However, you check your right blind spot, and then you swing out onto the other side of the road, giving yourself enough room to then swing back into this bay. And you're making sure that the front right tire goes over the right line, and then you turn it back in again. That's about it. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else you should know about that parking maneuver, but that's pretty much it. The only other thing I'd say is go nice and slow. Slow is key. You wouldn't need your accelerator at all for this. This is just that, gently on the clutch. You're coming up on the clutch, you're slowly rolling forward, clutch in and braking to when you want to check where you're at, and just take it really slow. And that's about it. So that's all the videos. But I'm here if you have any more questions, and I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. Sounds like you're doing really well with your driving. So keep it up. Bye.